Hey guys, it's Natalia and welcome back to Glossy Confidential. I'm here to film quite possibly the longest video I will ever film in the history of my channel. I'm going to be showing you my palette collection. This isn't a declutter series, it's just literally every single eyeshadow palette that I have got in my collection as of today, April 2016. I say that because I seem to be getting new palettes every single week. I feel like I'm getting new palettes all the time, and every time I go to the shops then more palettes are coming out and I just collect them. I would say I'm a hoarder of my eyeshadow palettes. I just love them. Okay, I'm going to get started. This one I actually filmed 2 weeks ago and I edited 26 minutes of it, and then I went to import the rest of the footage and it was completely missing. So I'm refilming this one. It was painful back then when I filmed it first, and it's going to be painful again now. No particular order. I've literally got a table here that I feel like is going to give way from the weight of the palette. So I'm just going to start getting them off and getting into it. So, okay. So I'm going to sort of just try to start off with the quads. First of all, I've got a few of these Maybelline Eye Studios. I have got Give Me Gold, which looks like this. I've got this one which is completely broken and has never been opened, Sapphire Siren. I've got this one which is Taupe Temptress. Let's see if I can open them up. There are those shades. I actually don't like these. I'm probably just going to throw these on straight into the bin, to be perfectly honest. I've got a couple of Wet n Wild quads and palettes. That one is called I'm Feeling Retro from Wet n Wild. I've got 3 of the Color Icon palettes. I've got the Comfort Zone, which looks like this. This is actually a really nice palette. I don't really want to get rid of the Wet n Wild ones because they're actually really pigmented. I really love the quality of them. This one is Blue Had Me at Hello. That's what that one looks like. It's just a really nice blue kind of tones. And the purple one I've got here is Petal Pusher, which, you know, you would have seen these. These have done the rounds on YouTube years and years ago. I have got the Maybelline The Nudes eyeshadow palette, which looks like this. I don't like this. It's bad quality. The pigmentation's crap, powdery. It's just a really not good eyeshadow palette. So that one's probably going to go with the rest of the Maybelline ones in the bin. And I've got this Clara. I cannot stand words that aren't spelt correctly. That's a big pet peeve of mine. Hued. Ridiculous. Anyway, this, oh god, can't open again. Looks like that. The colours are nice. They're quite pigmented. I don't know. I don't really use it. And I'm going to say that that is it for my Drugstore lower end eyeshadow palettes. So if you are wanting a whole lot of Drugstore eyeshadow palettes, then sorry, I'm not the person to be watching. That wraps up the affordable ones. Let's get into the other ones. I've got some quads here by Benefit. These actually came in these box, what are they called? Box eyeshadow boxes or something. They come with 2 cream eyeshadows in each of them. This one is the Most Glamorous Nudes Ever, and this is kind of like a really nice everyday nudie natural kind of look. And this one is the Sexiest Nudes Ever, and again came with two creaseless cream shadows. So I just think I should just depot them because the packaging is just so big and bulky. It annoys me. I've got some quads from MAC. This one is the Bare My Soul quad, and this one was from it was summer about 3 years ago. It's got that kind of bronzy something, the summer sun something. This one is Shop and Drop eyeshadow quad, which from MAC, which looks like this one. I don't particularly like this one. I don't like purple eyeshadows from MAC. I feel like their pigmentation is really shit, and especially in the limited edition kind of things, it's just bad. I've got 3 palettes from Erin Big. This one is the Tahitian Glow palette, and that is actually really nice. I feel like I should pull that one out and use that one because those colours are gorgeous. This next one I've got here is I Heart New York, which is sort of a very summery, springy kind of quad, pastels with quite nice colours. These are actually very pigmented. You'll find Erin Big eyeshadows to be very pigmented. I don't know if they're still around in the quads anymore. I actually don't know. And this one is Parisian Chic, and if you like dark smoky eyes, as I do, you could probably watch my channel for a while, you would know that. This palette just shouts out my name. It's got dark black, a dark purple, and a dark sort of navy green sort of shade. Absolutely gorgeous. I've got a quad from Illamasqua. This one is the Compliment palette. These are those ones that have got the 3 eyeshadows and it's got a cream eyeshadow. I don't like the cream eyeshadows. I feel like they crease way too much. They move around on your lid. Your eyeshadow just disappears like that. With these ones, I don't like it. The colours in the eyeshadows are quite nice though. I've got another one from Illamasqua. This one is the Liquid Metal eyeshadow palette. This is all cream shadows. I don't like this one because it creases so much and it's just very, very greasy. Not my favourite. I remember I paid like ridiculous, but Illamasqua was really expensive in Australia before their real protest against us to lower our own prices. Bullshit. I think it was like $110 for that little eyeshadow. Don't even go there. I've got a couple of NARS palettes. This one is the Voulez-Vous Coucher avec moi ce soir eyeshadow palette, or eyes and cheek palette. It's got the 4 eyes shadows there, and it's got the 2 blushes. I really like that one. And then I have also got the NARS Narcissist eyeshadow palette, which looks like this. Absolutely gorgeous. Every time I look at this palette, I love it because it gradients from light to dark. I love it when eyeshadow palettes do that because you're not putting a dark next to a light. Biggest pet peeve of mine, but I do love that one. One of my definite keepers, that eyeshadow palette. I've got an Hourglass eyeshadow palette. This is Exposure, and that's what that one looks like. I'm in two minds about this one. I like it, but I don't like it. The colours are really, really beautiful though. Just the packaging and the way that it's set out. Sure, it's nice, but it actually just annoys me. So I've got that. I think I don't reach for it all that much for that reason. I've got some Too Faced palettes here. I've got the Too Faced Peanut Butter palette. Looks like this one. I have just... No, I haven't. Have I done it? Yes, I've just uploaded a review of this one. I'm going to link it below. And if I have done a review of any of these eyeshadow palettes, I'm going to link it up here and in the description box down below. And also, if you would like to see a review on any of these eyeshadow palettes, it doesn't matter which one, then also please leave a comment in the comment bar down below so I can go through and review them. I really do like this because now that I'm seeing what I've got, I'm like, yeah, I can pull that one out and use it a bit more. I've also got this Too Faced Bonjour Summer eyeshadow palette, which looks like this, kind of cool, crazy colours. I've got this eyeshadow palette from Too Faced. I don't even know how old this one is. I think this is one of my first ones. I will get to my first one later on, but this is one of those ones I've had for years. This is the Eyeshadow Insurance Policy High Impact Shadow Collection, and this has just got 6 shades. They're actually quite nice shades. Glamazon, Full Frontal, Social Light, Boy Toy, Skinny Dip, and Lucky Charms. I've had it for a very, very, very long time. A couple from Sugar Pill. I have got the the Sweetheart eyeshadow quad, which looks like this one. Beautiful. I have got this one's the Burning Hearts eyeshadow quad, which looks like this. Crazy colours if you like them. I had the other one, but I broke it. It had the black in it, had a red, maybe an orange and a yellow. Can't remember. I've also got the Cold Chemistry eyeshadow quad from Sugar Pill, which looks like this one. Absolutely beautiful. I love the colours in here. I love jewel tone eyeshadows. Moving on from Sugar Pill, I have got one Lime Crime eyeshadow quad. This one is the Palette d'Antoinette eyeshadow quad. It's just these nice sort of pastel-y sort of shades. I don't think I've ever used that one, to be honest. I've got a Stila eyeshadow palette. This one is the Eyes Are the Window shadow palette in Spirit. That's what that one looks like. It's really, really lovely. Neutral kind of things. You've got two mattes, the rest shimmers, but it's got a nice sort of range of colours there. I do like that one. And then I've got my 2 Viseart palettes. I've got the Dark Mattes eyeshadow palette, which I freaking love, and I've also got the Paris Nudes eyeshadow palette, which looks like this. I have to get more of these Viseart palettes. That's on my wish list over the next few months. I need to have all of them. Okay, I've got a few MAC palettes. I've got this palette here which has got a few sort of warmy bronze shades and then a few matte bright colours over here. I've got an empty one. Cool. I have got this shade one here which is sort of a very bridal eyeshadow palette. I was using it in my bridal makeup kit. It's just got a whole bunch of shimmers, light highlight colours, pinks, soft colours, a whole lot of sleek eyeshadow things here. First of all, I've just got this weird one from Too Faced. This is another one. Again, don't know how old this is. Glamour to Go 2. Tiny little palette for travelling. And then, oops, no, how do you do it? Oh, you slide it out the bottom. A cheek product and 4 lip glosses. There you go. Okay. So out of the sleek ones, the newest one I've got is this one. This is the Eyelash 24 Karat Gold Collection. This one looks like this one. It's got 4 shadows and 2 cream eyeshadows. They're actually really nice. I did a I think I've mentioned this or swatched these ones in a video. I'll link that one. Then these are all the I Divine palettes. So, and I just remembered I sent 1 or 2 of them a few weeks ago in their blogger pack and I left them in the car. So there's 2 more. Let's just go through them. This one is the Sunset palette, which looks like this. This one is the Primer palette. This one is pure cream eyeshadows that you can use as primers, coloured ones to sort of go underneath your eyeshadows to vamp up the pigmentation if you need. You don't really need that with sleek eyeshadows, to be perfectly honest, because I feel they are really pigmented anyway. This one is the Showstoppers limited edition one. Well, that's actually really nice, which looks like this. I'm going to say I have never really used any of these. So they've still got the plastic there. That's actually a nice collection of colours there. I have got the original. This is where it all started with Sleek with their I Divine eyeshadow palettes. This one right here. This one is Lagoon from the Aqua collection. I'm guessing it's going to be blue. No. Not as much as I thought. That's a whole variety of colours right there. This watermelon colour is really nice. This one is the Ultra Mattes Volume 2, which looks like this. Mixture of deeper, darker colours in this one. Nautical collection, Calm Before the Storm. Ah, yes. Quite a lot of blues and aqua sort of shades and just a few neutrals there. This one is the Snapshot. Ooh. There's some fun colours. Oh So Special. This is actually a really lovely looking palette. Really nice. You've got mattes, couple of shimmers, really nice warm light pinks going into your deep sort of berry shades. This is the Shangri-La collection Respect. That's what that one looks like. Warm, reddy kind of tones. You'd expect that from the Shangri-La collection. This one is the Au Naturel palette. This is one of their top sellers. Neutral, nude sort of shades. Mixtures between mattes and shimmers. This one is the Candy collection, Eye Candy. Oh, that's fun. This one is Bad Girl. Dark, smoky. I love this one. This one is the Storm palette. This is another one of their most popular ones, along with the Au Naturel. And this one is Garden of Eden. And we have had a break. Clearly tried to fix that one with rubbing alcohol and it failed miserably. But that is what Garden of Eden looks like. Different coloured greens, got some really nice warm mauvey shades down here as well. So they are all my sleek ones. Let's go through Urban Decay, because we all know I have a huge love for Urban Decay. First of all, let's get through the Nakeds. Naked 2, mine's falling apart. I got those, I hate this one with the packaging because everyone else's glue seems to come apart and the pans just fall out. Naked 3. We've obviously got Naked 1, which is my favourite, always has been, always will be. The coming runner-up to that one is the Smoky palette. This is just stunning. I absolutely love this one. They've done such a good job with that. I have got Naked Basics 1 and Naked Basics 2. I have got this Urban Decay face case, which has got a liner, 5 eyeshadows, a lip product here, and down on the bottom half I've got 2 cheeks and a highlight shade. This one is the very first Urban Decay eyeshadow palette I ever got. We're talking years and years and years and years and years ago. I don't even know what it's called. It slides down like that, a bamboo crappy little thing. And that's what the shades look like. You know, we've got YDK, Twice Baked, Midnight Cowboy Rides Again, Oil Slick, Half Baked. So this one stays with me forever for sentimental value. I've got the Smoked eyeshadow palette. This one I love. The fact that they discontinued that just blows my mind. I can't believe that they would do that. This is what it looks like. I just love it. You've got your dark kind of smokies here. Mushroom I absolutely love. You've got a couple of mattes here, 2 matte highlights, sort of transition shades. Then you've got a whole row of dual tone shimmery shades, which are just amazing. I love that eyeshadow palette. I've got the Electric palette, which looks like this. I love this. Oh my god. Urban here is one of my favourite purples ever. Jilted is one of my favourite colours ever. Also in their lipstick, one of my favourite lipsticks. You know, you've got Chaos here, you've got Gonzo, Fringe is stunning. It's just such an amazing eyeshadow palette. Not for everyone, not for every day, obviously, but it's always good to have in a collection. I've got the Urban Decay Spectrum palette, which I have mentioned before. This one is Can we just take a look at the packaging? It's hands down the most amazing eyeshadow palette I've got. I absolutely love this eyeshadow palette. If you can get your hands on it, do, because the colours here are stunning, pigmented as all hell. This is just the epitome of Urban Decay right here. Deep, dark, dual tones, shimmers, just... Oh, I literally could just look at this. Then we're going to talk Vice palettes. Vice 2 was the love where it started for me. I didn't get Vice 1. I'm still dirty about that. I'm still looking on eBay to see someone who has Vice 1. But this is Vice 2. This is where it all started for me. Go, go, go. You can do it. You can do it. Ah, I love it. It's a bit slow. It needs an oil. I love it. I love the Vice palettes. So I've got Vice 2. Then we have got onto Vice 3, which doesn't have the electronic closure, which shits me to tears. I want the electronic closure. That's what that one looks like. I really love it. Some gorgeous colours here. This one is beautiful. This one is gorgeous. This one is gorgeous. These whole rows are beautiful. I love it. And then we've got the Vice 4, which is the most amazing looking palette I have seen in a very long time. And I've got a confession to make. I've never used it. I've never opened it. I've never swatched it. I've still got the plastic on the mirror. I haven't swatched it. I have not swatched one colour in this amazing looking eyeshadow palette. What is wrong with me? I need to do something about that soon. Okay, moving on. I've got my Kat Von D collection. I've got the Interstellar, which looks like this. Beautiful. I want to compare this one to the Urban Decay Smoky, which is probably why I bought it. I've got the Chrysalis, which looks like this. Never used, never touched, never swatched. I've got the Monarch, which looks like this. Used twice. No, used once. Used 3 colours. And then I have got one of my all-time favourite eyeshadow palettes of life. If I ever, this is one that I'm going to have a backup of, and if it ever is discontinued, I will be there buying 10 of them. And that is the Shade and Light eye palette. It is just amazing. I have filmed a review and lost the footage of that one, so if you do want to see that one, I will do it. That one is the most amazing matte eyeshadow palette you could ever get. I mentioned it before, mentioned it as my top palette of 2015. I love it. Okay, let's go on to Anastasia. We have got the Maya Mia palette, which looks like this. Neutrals, a few pops of colour. I've got the Tamana palette, which looks like this. A whole bunch of nudes, slightly muted pops of colour, but still very, very nice. I have got the Shadow Couture eyeshadow palette, and I've done a review of this one, and this is a very well loved and used eyeshadow palette. This one is a holy grail palette for me, to be perfectly honest. It's got the right amount of mattes, the right tones of mattes. It's got the right amount of shimmers, the right tones of shimmers. This is one of those eyeshadow palettes that you could literally go traveling for a month and just take this and you'll be fine. I absolutely love that one. And then I've got the one here, which is the Self-Made palette from Anastasia, and I don't like this one as much because this is not a palette that you can use just that, because there's only 2 mattes, and that's not enough in my opinion. You need more. This palette doesn't do it for me. This palette, however, I cannot live without. So now let's talk Makeup Forever. I have got the Makeup Forever 15 Artist Shadow Palette. This was the one that came out at Christmas. That's what that looks like. Really, really love that one. I then have got the Makeup Forever Artist Palettes Volume 1 and Volume 2. They've just come out with a Volume 3 in Australia. Unfortunately, PM Studios will not be getting that one, so I have to get it from Volume 2. And this one is Volume 1, which is just a whole bunch of nudes and neutral shades, and they're all just, I love these. Okay, I've got 2 Inglot palettes here. These are just those Freedom Systems that I created. This one is just a bunch of boring nudes. This one is a bunch of different colours. Not quite so boring. I have got a bunch of Saucebox. Saucebox are actually a really amazing indie makeup line. They're in America. They're based in America, I think. They are paraben and talc free, which I like about them. I also love the pigmentation, the quality, the size, everything about Saucebox. I mentioned it before, I love Saucebox. This one is the Temptation palette, which looks like this. Very, very bright, very Saucebox-esque. This one is the Battle Lash eyeshadow palette, which I just love. They did such an amazing job with this eyeshadow palette. I absolutely love it. It is just amazing. It's 2 eyeshadow palettes in one. This is a MAC one, just an empty Z palette. These pink ones up here are the Forbidden Fruit palettes, and this one here is the Creme de la Creme eyeshadows, and there's a black missing. Don't know where that is, and I can't remember where I put the actual outer case for these. This one is their really famous matte eyeshadow palette, Matte Neutrals. This is the Etude eyeshadow palette. This is amazing. This is one of those shadow palettes that you could just have this one and a bunch of shimmers and you will be set. And then their big palette that they released is this one here, and this one is the Midnight Blossoms eyeshadow palette, and that's what that looks like there. I've heard that all their eyeshadows are now going to be available as singles, so that's something to keep an eye out if you wanted to get some. And they're coming out with some more. I think they're now going vegan as well. So I've got 2 Sigma palettes here. This is the Defining Eyes palette from Sigma, which was a collaboration with Tiffany D way back when. Hey, I've got the brush in there. I might put it with my brushes. It's got a double eyeshadow pencil, 2 gel liners. My gel liners are really bad. Like, they're really watery, and I told them and they sent me the replacement and they were still really watery. So they are the eyeshadows in there. I mean, look, it's a nice enough palette. I think it's designed more for really fair people. Like, for me, it's just like, it doesn't really do it for me. And then I've also got the Paris palette, which look like this. I really love them. These cheek colours are amazing. It's got like a sort of a nice highlight shade there. I just love this palette. I think they've done such a good job with that one. I think you can actually buy all those shades individually now anyway, if you are wanting to pick up some of them. More Too Faced. I've obviously got the chocolate bar palettes. I've got the original and the semi-sweet. The original one is the one with that really old first fat ugly tin. I'm actually going to probably sell this one and replace it with the newer one with the sleeker tin, because this big fat thing just annoys me. And this is the semi-sweet chocolate bonbons eyeshadow palette, which I can't say I've used all that much. The Balm Nude Tude eyeshadow palette, I actually really do not like this eyeshadow palette one little bit. I don't like it. A few more here I've got is the Sigma Creme de Couture eyeshadow palette, which looks like this one. It's one that was like macaron inspired, crazy pastels, light shades. I don't particularly like this one all that much. I don't think the colours really suit me. A lot of them just look really chalky on my skin tone. I've got 2 of these old Stila palettes. I've got Stila In the Moment eyeshadow palette, which has still got the eyeshadow pencil in there. Hello. That's what that one looks like. And then I've got this one, which is still in the box. This is In the Know, which is the one with the matte shades, matte neutrals. This warm sort of reddy brown is beautiful. I've got the original Tarte palette, which is the matte shades, all purple. Really love this one. I've done a review of that one. And then recently I did pick up the Tarte In Bloom palette, which is, I was surprised how much I like this one actually. It smells like chocolate. Don't understand why they had to do that. It's got nothing to do with chocolate. I'm sick of the chocolate craze, to be honest. Eyeshadows don't need to smell like chocolate. I'm over it. That's what that looks like. I was skeptical about this one, to be honest. I wasn't going to get it because I thought it was quite dupeable, except I got it home and I couldn't find all that many dupes for it. The shades are really quite unique. I have got a review of that one coming up in the next few days. I'm just editing that one. This is like a matte. It's really weird. It's got all these matte shadows, but then it's got like this transforming pearl kind of shade, which I think you sort of put over it to, I don't really understand it. That's what that looks like. I still got the plastic on. Can I just say, It Cosmetics, Urban Decay did the disgusting felt packaging with the Naked One palette. It doesn't wear very well, it doesn't keep very well, it gets old and tatty really quickly. Don't do it with light pink, like just don't do it. It is stupid. Don't know why you did that one. This is the second version, volume 2, Pretty Romantics. I think there's also just a naturally pretty, plain naturally pretty with a light baby pink disgusting felt. I've got the Boudoir Eyes palette from Too Faced, which again is still in the box. I think I may have swatched this one once. Haven't really ever used it, which looks like that. Whole bunch of nudes, smoky kind of nudie stuff. This is where I'm sort of kicking myself, along with the Vice palette of things I've never ever used or swatched. I'm taking this out of the box for the first time. Chocolate bonbons. Why buy these things if I'm not going to use them or open them? That's quite nice. That's what that one looks like. It's the silly little heart shapes. Satin sheets. Isn't that in the one that I just opened, the Boudoir Eyes palette? Satin sheets. Satin sheets. Nice. I love it when they just have to go and double up on eyeshadows because they can't think of enough to put in there. And here's another one that I haven't done anything with I took photos of it for Instagram, which I didn't think I posted. This one is the NARS L'amour toujours l'amour eyeshadow palette. Like I said, I've taken a photo on Instagram. I haven't swatched it. I haven't used it. It's still in the outer packaging and the inner packaging. Ugh. Hasn't even got fingerprints on the mirror there. And that's what that looks like. I actually really like that. Oh, I need to use that one. I'm down to my final 2 piles. I'm so happy. This pile here is sort of a lot of Christmas limited edition palettes that you can't get anymore. First of all, I've got this one from Tarte, which looks like this. I don't remember how many years this is. This is actually hideous packaging. What the hell were you thinking? This is the Royal Collection limited edition palette. I mean, really? This is disgusting. That is what the shadows look like there. And what's in here? There's something under here. Natural face primer and a lip gloss and possibly a mascara that I took out. Then there was this year when they had sort of like this sort of, for Christmas they had an eyeshadow palette in like a little travel bag, and it had lip products and it had some face products and all kinds of stuff in there. This was the eyeshadow palette from that one. That's what they look like. It's a little quad type. Then I've got 2 Smashbox eyeshadow palettes here. This was the Masterclass palette 2. Yeah, Masterclass palette 2. This one is, the packaging of this is so freaking bad. It's got these stupid plastic things which I hate. I hate these packages with these things on it. It's got gel eyeliners in here. There's no airtight seal on the gel eyeliners because you can see that just pops up. You can't even close it properly because of those stupid things. So the gel eyeliners just dried out within like 2 seconds. These eyeshadows just fall out. Like one's fallen out here. I've lost this one. It's just a huge schmozzle of crap. So it's got the eyeshadows here, cheek products and highlighter shades here. Some of these highlighters, which one is it? Shimmer here is actually a beautiful, beautiful highlight. Clearly they had a lot of complaints that year about the packaging and how shit it was. They changed their game for the next one. This was the Masterclass Palette 3, the Colour and Contour Palette. As you can see, it is airtight. It is not lightweight because it's small and compact. It opens up like this in these books, but then you've got these sort of hard plastic cases in here. This one, however, doesn't have cream products in it, so you don't really need these hard cases. But I'm glad that they didn't have that stupid little plastic thing. So that is what they look like. Cheek contour, highlight contour shades down here, a whole bunch of neutrals, a whole bunch of colours, and then you've got some blushes down here as well. Glad they listened to their consumers because that one before was absolutely shocking. Okay, the Lorac Mega Pro. The Lorac Mega Pro palette. This is the first one. That's what that one looks like. I just don't like this eyeshadow palette, to be honest. I didn't get the second one because I wasn't that much of a fan of this one. I just feel like this whole section here on me just blends into one. You put it on like 4 different colours and it just turns into one big muddy murky mess. All of these way too light, powdery on me, can't use them. These all sort of just blend into one another, and it's just like, what's the point having this huge palette with all these different colours if they just don't look good? So that was a regret. I actually don't like that. Then I've got a few of my favourite things one. Oh my god. Hang on, I've got one downstairs. The Sugar and Spice palette, I think. But this one is the few of my favourite things palette. This one, I love it. I just love the names of this one, to be honest. Like Crisp Apple Strudel, Blue Satin Sashes, Whiskers on Kittens, Cream Coloured Ponies, and then you've got some blushes and highlights and stuff down here as well. The other one I've got is the year after this one was the Sugar and Spice eyeshadow palette, which is downstairs. My camera just stopped. I've literally got 8 more to go, so hopefully we get through this. I don't have to change my memory card. Okay, I've got the Kat Von D Spellbinding eyeshadow book, which looks like this. Again, the same year with this stupid plastic covering. It was the same year as that Smashbox palette. I don't know what the hell they were thinking this year, but that's what they look like. They're quite nice. From what I can see, I have not used or swatched this. The next year after that was the Star-Studded eyeshadow palette by Kat Von D. Again, stupid freaking plastic thing. She clearly didn't listen to her readers. Although this one is perforated and you can take it out. It's designed so you can sort of see they're sort of divided up into quads. Again, it looks like I may have swatched 4 or 5 of these, and that's about it. Last year's eyeshadow palette was the Mi Vida Loca eyeshadow palette, which looks like this huge, beautiful Spectrum color wheel. It is just amazing, and the quality of eyeshadows has changed so much since these ones. These two, the actual eyeshadow quality of them is not good. I don't rate it, I don't like it, I don't recommend it. This one, however, the eyeshadow quality is completely different and it is amazing. This is an eyeshadow palette you really should get. You can't get. You really should have gotten. I don't like the other two though. Next I have got the Marc Jacobs The Free Spirit palette. This was their Christmas palette this year. I went to a lot of trouble to get this one, but that's what that one looks like. I just love this. I really, really love this one. It's just really nice, neutral, kind of day to night neutral palette. This one is a very mature palette, I feel like. I don't like putting age limits on things, but if you are someone who is in mid-30s, who has a nice corporate job, doesn't like to wear too much makeup and like enough makeup, but then wants to sort of dress it up for the weekend or going out at night, this would be an amazing eyeshadow palette to get. Next ones I've got here are just my Makeup Geek eyeshadow collection. I wasn't going to mention this, but it is in a palette, so I will mention them. These are all Makeup Geek eyeshadow palettes. I mentioned this tin in my March favourites. This is a Makeup Forever extra large palette, empty palette. You can fit 40 Makeup Geek eyeshadows in there perfectly. These ones are all the neutral ones. This one is, ouch, purples and blues and greens. And I've just heard that Makeup Geek is releasing another 20. Thank you for sending me broke. And then I have got just a random bunch of colours. Greens and reds and oranges and darks and blacks and greys and yes, this is clearly almost full, so I'm going to have to get another one of these tins when the new ones come out, I think on the 19th of April, so a week. And then I've got a whole few of the Makeup Forever eyeshadows. This is just some of the single ones that I've been collecting. I'm constantly adding these to my collection, and I think I'm going to start really collecting these ones now because I want to get a lot more. They're, like I said, some of my favourite eyeshadows in the world. God, I forgot this one. How can I forget this? The Belle Carousel Christmas one, which was released. I've never opened these and I've never used these ones. And my packaging broke, so it doesn't look as cute as it should. It should sit down there like a little flower. But that's what it looks like. It's even got a Better Than Sex mascara in there that I've never used. You've got 1, 2, 3 eyeshadow quads and 2 sort of blush and cheek duos. Now these last 3 are probably the most amazing eyeshadow palettes and a complete collector's item for me. Sephora teamed up a few years ago with Disney and created these eyeshadow palettes. So Disney is something that I just absolutely love. I was a child of the 90s, you know, Toy Story, Lion King. All these movies came out which I just was addicted to, and I still watch them, and I still watch them with my kids. So when these came out, I'm just like, oh my god, I need them. These are the Storybook palettes. This one is Cinderella, and the packaging of these are just so beautiful. You've got your gorgeous gold foil packaging. You can obviously see Cinderella silhouette there. It's got like gold vine leaves running down the back on top of this beautiful pattern, the damask pattern. You pull out, oh god, it's probably stuck. Pull out the eyeshadows and they are in a drawer, so you can actually, you know, use the drawers. You can use the boxes for little trinkets and stuff. Beautiful velvet box with the eyeshadows that can just come out like that. All the names of the shades are clearly in relation to the movie. So like you've got Maiden, Cinderella, Pumpkin Coach, Ball Gown, Fairy Godmother, Glass Slipper, Charming, Gus Gus. Oh, I love Gus Gus. So, you know, there's just a few of the names there. Okay, so volume 2 was the Jasmine palette. Now, I love Princess Jasmine. I wanted a tiger like Raja. I just absolutely love this. Look at how gorgeous this is. It's got the gold foiling, this kind of Arabian design here. On the back, fire. It's got the lamp. Like even like the barcode on the box is the shape of the lamp. Like this is how much detail they went into these. And look at the little tassel here from the carpet. So you pull this one out, and this one is eyes and cheeks. So you've got different eyeshadows. Trust Me, Abu Ali Ababwa, Cave of Wonders, Mystical Wonder, Arabian Sunset, Raja, Friend Like Me. And then the final one was Ariel. And I was hoping they'd bring out more, but they sort of stopped after this one. It's like Ariel's Grotto, the big silhouette of Ariel, and ooh, this one's all eyeshadows too, I'm pretty sure. Be collected, and I absolutely love them. So they are the Storybook palettes from the Sephora and Disney collection. So that is everything I've got in my entire collection. It's there, I put it out there. It's embarrassing, but that's what it is. If you would like to see a review or swatches or photos of anything, of any of these palettes that I've mentioned, please leave it in the comment bar down below. Yeah, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any other videos from me, and I will see you soon. Bye.